Well, viewers, welcome to my channel, Since 360 Investor. Let's take a look at the so-called Magnificent Seven stocks. And there was a lot of hullabaloo around these in terms of, they are also rans, they are leaders of a past cycle, they will never run again, they're dead. And there was a lot of TV coverage around on this rhetoric, not just from them, but also some well-established newspapers and um, even strategists out there. But so putting that all of that to one side, let's take a look at the charts of those and see what the market's actually telling us. And so here we saw the Nasdaq 100. So on the Nasdaq 100, we can see that we had this correction, the down move, kind of topped out in this zone here. And yes, so it comes down, but we have bottoming action here. So that was our first clue. And then we started to make it move up, and we started to establish a new uptrend pattern. And that's signified by higher highs and higher lows. So this was the zone in which you end up with confirmation that we are in a new uptrend. And if you'd caught that just on the Nasdaq itself, the QQQs, you're up 22.26-ish% since that move. Okay, so that's the backdrop. So let's have a look at the these so-called Magnificent Seven stocks, starting with Meta. So we can see obviously Meta had a big sell-off. They were in trouble, but bottomed out here. And Meta around February has a complete change. So we can see it's a breakout trend reversal. And even if you missed that, you had a second opportunity on a base breakout. And as you got in from there, you'll be up over 58% for the year and still rising because the trend is pretty strong here. So definitely Meta is in play. Apple didn't really correct that much. And this was a kind of a go-to value store, but we can see that it's kind of chopping around here, but there's a little undercut here off here, which is a recognizable pattern. You've also got kind of inverted head and shoulders pattern here. Again, it's the very same pattern, uptrend, base, breakout. And Apple, you'd be up 18% since then, and it's trending up. Next, let's take a look at Amazon. So Amazon's came down. Then we've got a little stabilization here, which undercuts again, puts in the lows, accelerates, base, and then we've got this kind of works out of this little base here, and then finally gets above all the moving averages. And so you probably realistically you would have got in around here on some kind of breakout, and you'll be up 22.2%. So about in line within the NDX 100. So next one is Nvidia. If we look at Nvidia, Nvidia had a bit quite a sell-off, bottoms out, but shakeout week here and moves up, base breakout over here. So that's in late January, and since then Nvidia has just been the super stock of the year. It's up 135%. So you've more than doubled your money in Nvidia, and that stock is still trending up. Look at Google. So Google came down with the markets, and we can see here it was trying to put a floor in, which it did, slightly higher low than this, slightly higher low than that. So volatility started to contract, and then here we can see a base and a breaking out, 17% up. It's given some of that back at the moment. So Google is in a bit of a pullback mode, 7.82. So some money may rotate here as it's not as strong as some of the others in the list. Next one up on the list is Tesla. So Tesla has been through a few rotations, um, but here we can see where Tesla kind of bottomed out, starts to move back up, forms this kind of bottoming pattern here, and then we see Tesla make a pullback off these lows. And here, even if you call it late, which is about over a month ago, from that level, Tesla's already up 23% from a kind of a prescriptive breakout area. Okay, and then last but not least, if we look at Microsoft, we can also see now it's in an uptrend. So Microsoft sell-off pattern changes, higher low than the low, higher low than this, higher high than this, higher high, and we can see that Microsoft has kind of almost got like an ascending base through here. Massive breakout here. So if you bought that, you'd be up about 21%. So definitely the market looks like it's what it's telling us is that there has been a sea change. And these 7 stocks, which all the pundits were claiming would not run again, and look for the new 7 or the new leaders of the next cycle. So here we have pretty much same old, the same 7 stocks that led the last bull are front and center of this current uptrend here. So what that means is you can take a look at these and see if any of these are ones that you want to get back into if you're not already in them, or start looking to see bases forming and entry points and find a way to get into these leaders. So that is your homework to spot entry points and pivots. Okay, so I'll keep these in front and center, and we'll watch these going ahead. In addition to the Super 7, there is an 8th stock, which I'll just list here, Adobe. And so Adobe kind of similar thing, bottomed up, uptrend here. You get a base, consolidation here, and then you got a breakout from here at this point, and Adobe's up 28% points from there. So that with Adobe, that's your Super 8. Without Adobe, you have your Magnificent 7. So we will watch and track and look for places to add to our positions. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.